here are some stuff that I'll probably be doing, you know, I'll be doing a little bit more reviews on and that type of stuff. So that's kind of what you're going to be expecting from this channel. That and a lot of BX and a lot of my own creation, because I would be lying if I said that Dave Arneson and Gary Gygax did not inspire me to get into gaming, that they've not been a huge part of my life, though I've never met either one of them. Hey guys, this is Grognard's Dice. I am DM Zone. We're going to get into this a little bit. Alright, so if you followed my other content on a different channel, which did some foreboding, I'll call it unmentioned. No, I'm just kidding. It's D&D. But my content was pre-OGL for the most part. There was a couple things in there that was 5e that I was trying it out, didn't really jive with it, but most of my stuff was set in the BX Dungeons and Dragons from 1981, the Mulvey editions, I always say. Many people say it was designed for 10-year-olds. Whatever. It's a rules light edition of the game. It's what I play in my home game, which is actually on a VTT, because I live in an area where there's not a lot of players, so that is my option. I'm going to continue playing that, and I'm probably talking about that in my world in this channel. I'm probably going to be moving my videos over to kind of talk about the older versions of Dungeons and Dragons, but I'm going to stay away from any of the OGL stuff. Any of the new OGL, the 1.1. The 1.1 has inspired this video in a way that I hope they fix, but I don't have faith they will. I believe that they have gone down a road and they believe that this will be easier in 6 months, a year, that time will heal all wounds. And I just don't feel like it leaves a lot of room in there for creators to trust. I have been working on something that is not D&D, that doesn't use the OGL, for a little bit. I've always been kind of tinkering with rules and playing with rules, and I'm probably going to merge my world from a game I played at home since 1989, and then I'll be making it into my world that is this. And I don't think that they can really, I've never published my world under the OGL, so they can't really take it. And that's a concern. Like, if I were to start down this road and I did it in a way that was underneath this new OGL, the way I read it, and I'm not going to go into it now, there's a ton of videos on it, that someday in the future, if not already, they would be able to take it and use what they want from it, and it becomes theirs, and I have no rights for royalties or to sue them. And that doesn't work well with me. It does remind me a lot of the conflicts D&D had in the very beginning. Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson and a few other people that made things like Brownstein all came up with this game, and they kind of got the creative juices going of those around them, and a bunch of games came from this, and they fought very hard in the beginning to corral and to contain these games, and they won some of those and they lost some of those, and game systems like GURPS and Petal the Iron Throne came out, and there's a lot of those games. The RuneQuest, the Ice Iron Crown Enterprises, all these games came basically from that time era, where the creative juices got flowing, and more is more is not less. So it just made for a better thing. The crescendo, I hope, hasn't happened and they're coming down, but if they don't change their ways, I think it's going to change the direction in which people do things, and I don't think people are going to enjoy being monetized properly. The thing I was thinking about doing, which I won't go into quite yet because I don't have things in place to protect it, shall we say, wasn't a heavy monetization. It was sort of, you can get into it fairly cheap, but the it's not going to have the highest paid artists and that type of stuff, but it's going to have that classic older retro feel. It's going to appeal to the older demographic. That is why the channel is named Grognard. It's going to involve dice, in-person playing generally. That's why it's going to be Grognard's Dice. And that's kind of like the spirit of the channel. I'm going to put my current BX campaign that I play up for people to look at on different places eventually. So that will be a thing. But I'm probably never going to do anything that deals ever with the OGL. I'm not going to go into 3rd edition, though I have hundreds and hundreds of books. I'm not going to go into 4th edition, though I have 2 books, which are actually right here behind me. Let me show you. I got very excited when 4th edition came out, and they had a different OGL, and I bought these 2 books. These are the limited edition holographic books. They could basically go right here in my trash can. Now, unfortunately, I probably will end up selling those, because I'm not going to do any more content on them. And here are some stuff that I'll probably be doing, I'll be doing a little bit more reviews on and that type of stuff. So that's kind of what you're going to be expecting from this channel. That and a lot of BX and a lot of my own creation, because I would be lying if I said that Dave Arneson and Gary Gygax did not inspire me to get into gaming, that they've not been a huge part of my life, though I've never met either one of them. That people like Don Kay, who I'm actually a friend with on Facebook, are very inspiring. There's a lot of creators from the early days, and it makes me very sad the direction they're going now. I don't want this, but I think I'm just going to stick to my old games. I'm going to stick to my old content. I'm going to stick to the older stuff, the stuff that's outside the OGL. I'm going to leave the new content for people that want to play in that game, arena. And I'm just going to go sit over here with a bunch of statesmen, shall we say, people that have been playing the game for a while, or some youth that wants to see what it's like to play with the old guys, since I'm getting to be a little bit of an old guy myself. And we'll go ahead and do that. And I'll have my other channel. I'm not even going to talk about it right here in this moment. And it's going to be strictly focusing on the video game I'm playing. Eventually, you'll probably see some crossover where I talk about it a little bit. But for right now, I don't want to do that. This video is just my mission statement. Hasbro, you created this. What this will become, I do not know. So, I hope it's what you want. Anyways, hope you guys like watching this. Keep rolling those dice, and I'll see you guys in the next video.